to another installment of EGL Treats. So we are doing the Traveler's Sandwich Edition for the fantasy theme this time. We're going to be showing you 2 sandwiches. If you don't know us, this is Oriana. Hello. And I'm Allegra. Also, I use they, she pronouns. Allegra uses she, her. Nice to meet everybody. Thank you so much for coming today, and thank you for Rosie Gray for having us back again for another panel. Yeah. This theme was really exciting, so it's been really fun to see how everyone has played with the theme for their different panels. So this time we wanted to do something that was something that's a little bit easier to do for people, and also we just really liked the idea of doing something different than some of the big shows we've been doing. Yeah, something a little more entry level, because we've heard some comments that people are like, this is a little too complicated for me, which is totally fine. So we're like, let's do a sandwich. Yeah, and also it's still hot out. So we don't want to turn the oven on. No oven is great right now. No oven. So hopefully this will be easy for you guys to follow along with. And yeah, so shall we get started? Yeah. So maybe we'll just introduce our sandwiches first. All right, let me pull up the slideshow, move the slide over. Okay, so the first one we have is our sweet option. This is a Konbini-Style floral fruit sandwich. So this is going to be a sandwich that has just simple ingredients. It's fluffy white bread. We have shokupan, but literally any soft, fluffy white bread is going to be really perfect for this. Brioche, buttermilk bread, Wonder Bread. Yeah, the fluffier the better. As long as it's a sandwich square shape. That's the main part. Yeah. And then on the inside, we've got a nice whipped cream and then kiwi and grapes to make our fruit in the center. And I'm going to show you how to layer those to get this look when you cut the sandwich in half. All right, and then after we get that started, we'll move on to our dragon egg sandwich. This is essentially an egg salad sandwich with a twist. So the dragon egg is actually an egg that has been, a hard-boiled egg that's been pickled in beet juice to give us that fun, vibrant pink hue. And yeah, just a simple egg salad sandwich. We're gonna do some mayo and some pesto sauce for something a little different, add some more fun color, make it a bit more, whimsical, if you will. And I'll show you how to construct the eggs. A similar idea to the fruit salad, the fruit sandwich, but a little bit simpler. So yeah, and if you guys don't like beets, just do a regular hard-boiled egg. Yeah, these are really just for the fun color, basically. Yeah. And yeah, that'll do us. All right. So we want to switch the camera. We can change this. Yeah, let's switch the camera view. Here we go. Okay. We'll move those bread out of the way for now. So we're going to start with our floral fruit sandwiches. I'm going to show you guys what you need for that one. Someone said they bought Texas toast because it's huge. Good. Bigger bread, bigger sandwich. Love that. Nice. Okay, so you're going to need a bowl and either a stand mixer or we're going to use a hand mixer. You can whisk if you want to. It's going to take you much longer, but I believe in you if you go that route. We've got just your run-of-the-mill whipping cream, sugar, make it sweet. You can put in, well, this is your sandwich. I'll let you talk. This is your sandwich. Yeah, the sugar is really to preference. Same thing with the vanilla. Yeah. Then other things we have, let me move this out of the way. You're going to want a cutting board, a knife, a spatula that you feel comfortable with, something that's good for you in terms of size. And then I forgot to put this on the tool list, but you're going to want a peeler for our kiwi. And if you're skilled with a knife would work too. Yeah, totally. Yeah. So our fruits for the sandwich, we've got 1 kiwi, and then Allegra found these really fun grapes at the grocery store, and I'm really in love with them, but we thought these elongated grapes really give that fantasy feeling, so we went with them. And then you get more grape in your sandwich too. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So, but any old grape will do just fine if you can't find long boys. I think I am going to go ahead and peel this kiwi to get us started. Allegra, you want to show them the whipped cream in the meantime? Yes. We had a couple of comments that said, I only recently saw those long grapes for the first time. What if my students brought them in their lunch? I was like, what the F is that? Yeah, I brought them home and Ori was like, what? Yeah, it's a grape, but it's long. I Googled them. So basically, these are actually a variety of grapes that have been grown for a long time in West Asia. They're the more common varietal over there. We just haven't had them here, but they have been branded as sapphire grapes or moon drops. Yeah. Elia Chan just said, "Are those moon grapes?" You're exactly right. That's the ones. Yeah. But those are also just branded names. They're not actually the varietal fruit. Right. I'd love to try this with sweet Hawaiian gluten-free bread. You can
Does anyone else have a better gluten-free bread stuff? I've seen they do a gluten-free brioche at Trader Joe's. I've seen a few times. I've not tried it, but Trader Joe's usually does gluten-free stuff pretty good. So that would be something that if anyone else has tried that gluten-free brioche, please sound off in the chat. Those longboard grapes are so fun. Yeah, they're really fun. Long grapes are weird. I know, aren't they weird? But they're good. They're really fun, and they're also quite they taste good too.
They have a really nice.
They're not just like
sugar water, you know. They're a little more complex.
Okay.
What we're feeling, I'm gonna get started on the whipped cream. It will break, so I'm sorry. So we're gonna use
that's a cup.
Like a cup of heavy whipping cream. That should be enough for about one sandwich.
It's a lot of whipped cream in the sandwich. You guys are going to see it's quite an impressive amount of whipped cream for one sandwich.
Yeah, and you're going to want more whipped cream than less whipped cream.
Yeah,
having more whipped cream is better than having less.
In all scenarios.
In all scenarios, yeah, not just sandwiches. All right. So you can either add the sugar in first and the vanilla in first, but I like to do it after so I can add it to taste. So I'm gonna actually plug my laptop really fast so I can plug in the beater. This is our tried and true beater from like 1965. I found that old appliances just work better than newer ones. I think that goes for a lot of things.
For a lot of, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna turn this on high, so we're gonna shut up for a second because it's gonna be really loud. Going. It's coming. Alright, so when we just start to see it coming together, this is when I personally like to add the sugar and vanilla. So how much sugar do we have in this?
It should be a tablespoon.
A tablespoon of sugar. I just eyeball it honestly because
that's one of those things you don't have to be super precise about.
Also, if you want it more sweet, add more sugar. You want more vanilla? Add more vanilla. We personally like the cream to play second to whatever it's on. So we like it a little bit less sweet, a little bit less vanilla. So I'm just gonna do it like a cupful, a little bit less than a cupful of vanilla. But if you like the cream really sweet, obviously go for it.
Someone was trying to whisk by hand in there. They're realizing it was a mistake. Yeah, it's really for the determined going down that route.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna whip this until the peaks are a bit stiffer.
Oh, I'm seeing a comment from Chantel that at like Cordon Bleu they weren't allowed to use modern technology, so they had to whisk by hand. That's hardcore.
So this is a good consistency. I don't know if you can see, but it's holding its peak pretty stiffly. And we want it to be pretty stiff because it's going to be important for the structure of the sandwich. And so your fruit doesn't slip and slide around. So it will maintain the structure you put it into. Got it.
Gives the fruit support. There's our whipped cream. See. Yep, sweet enough.
Nice. Okay, so whipped cream is done. We're going to set that to the side. I've finished peeling the kiwi, but I wanted to show you guys that I didn't cut the top to get rid of the little stem top and bottom parts. What I want to do instead is I'm taking the peeler, and I basically just peeled those parts off, and you want to round off your kiwi so it has a rounded top along the top here. It's going to help give that petal shape in our flower.
So I heard someone say that they liked our outfits. So whoever that was, thank you. Oh, Lena said that. Thank you. Yeah, we heard you guys yesterday on the historical fashion on Lolita that you guys wanted underwear. So here we are.
Bare shoulders.
Oh yeah, bare shoulders. This is basically like, yeah, Lolita. I don't know. I'm not gonna say
scandalous.
Scandalous. And I'm wearing was essentially a faux hair stays bodice type situation. Are we quiet? I'm sure someone's not getting audio. How is our audio sounding to other folks? But I'm not sure if that's something that Ray needs to hear. Everyone says that they're fine. Okay.
Okay.
So not sure what's going up with you, cutie pillar. So.
Okay, maybe we can just speak a little bit louder.
Might just be my computer. Okay. Okay. We can talk a little. We can enunciate more.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so kiwi is peeled and rounded. So what you're gonna want to do first?
Let's do the
You want to change camera?
Let's do the overhead cam. Not that one. This one.
This
there
one.
we go.
Okay, there you go. So you can really see. So we're gonna cut this into thirds. So 1/2.
Oh no! Cutie Pillow had the wrong pair of headphones on. I hate it when that happens.
Oh no. So these are gonna be your petals. So we're gonna set that aside for now. The middle portion that you're left with, we want this to be thinner to make the stem stand out a little bit more, look more like a stem. So we're going to cut that in half. You can set 1/2 aside for a treat for you to consume later. And then I'm going to put this flat down. So this is going to be the stem of our flower. So I am going to cut the sides here to make it a little rectangle. Again, some more little snap pieces for you for later. And then cutting off,
you're going to test if you're cute.
Right, cutting off the top and bottom so that you make a nice, neat rectangle.
Yeah, snack scraps are the best.
Okay, then you want to flip over your little petals. I like to line them up with the kiwi piece so you can see where your lengths are at. We want the petals to basically be as tall as the stem. So I'm pulling these down so that the tops are lining up with the top that we've cut off here. And then we're just going to cut the bottoms straight on those petals so that they match in length. So that's it for the kiwi. It's very straightforward, but I also have an extra tip. I've got this plate with a paper towel. Your fruit pieces might slide around a bit in the sandwich and kind of throw off your alignment if they have too much moisture on them. So what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of some of that extra moisture by patting them down a little.
And there are step-by-step instructions on how to cut your fruit and assemble your sandwich on the Rosé Foret website.
Yeah, we have a little photo guide with our recipes.
So if step-by-step handwritten with photographs is a bit easier of a medium for you to follow, that is available on the website.
Okay, I'm going to set those aside.
It took me until just now to realize that the fruits are in a floral design.
Yes, that's funny.
There are many different fruit floral designs you can make. You can be as creative as you would like. This is just one of many. We thought this was a, effective and fun one. This is one we went with. Yeah, we want to reward you guys with here are 5 different floral fruit sandwiches.
I know. We thought, let's do one. Let's focus on it. So we have our fun grapes. We are just going to need 5 of these. With these long ones, if you do find the long type in the store, you want to look for the ones that have the straightest shape because they're going to lay more evenly. If you find one that has a pronounced curve in it, it may not lay super neatly in the formation and it might throw some things off. But if you just have the regular round guys that we're used to seeing in the US, probably not a problem for you. So we're going to look through and choose 5 of our nicest ones, and then we're going to pat these off too. It's all
I
good.
apologize. Mine will not look like flowers, but they will be edible. That's right. I mean, any
Hey, man,
sort
it's
of fruit and whipped cream
fruit.
situation
You can't go wrong.
is going to be good.
Okay. Let's see. This one. So, we are paper towel back over. I already rinsed these guys, but I just want to make sure they're really
Dry.
nice and dried off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we put all
let's
the
put them
put all
in.
the cut fruits here. Put all the scraps there. Okay. Sure. That sounds good.
Very nice. I'm gonna put that extra fruit
Okay.
aside.
How are we on time? We are 2:15. Great.
Yes. Perfect. I'm taking a piece of peel off. So I'm going to use the same cutting board, just going to wipe it down. So I'm not going to make anything too complicated. Okay. And then we are going to bring out our bread. So we are very lucky that we happen to live near a Japanese mom and pop grocery store. So they have delightful things like shokupan, which is already super neat and square and perfect for this. But if you just have like regular store white bread, all you really need to do is cut it into a square shape. Like whatever rectangle situation you're starting off with, just make it a square. It's going to be easier.
Also, if you are going to get shokupan, it comes in 2 different thicknesses usually. This is the half thickness, like a typical slice usually is the thickness of 2. So we went with the half thickness just because like it's just so much bread and so much whipped cream. You couldn't even get like your mouth around it.
We did test it with the thicker pieces and
First,
we decided that
we
was
were
not
like,
the way to go.
No. So if you can get it in the half thickness, we recommend that.
So I'm also just going to cut the crusts off here. It's just the brown portion kind of distracts from the fruit at the center, so this just helps the fruit design stand out a little better. Plus now you have more snacks.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, whatever bread situation you've got going on, just make it into a nice, neat little square situation. So I'm positioning this differently also in a diamond. We're going to build our fruit design right down the middle like this. So that's why I have it as a diamond and not as a square. So I'm going to put this bread aside, bring out my little spatula. So this is probably going to be what takes the longest time. It's going to be the assembly. So first things first, our whipped cream. You want to put down a even and generous layer. A nice layer. You don't need this to be super thick, so don't feel like you have to put, a wild amount of your cream on here. And if any comes off the sides, just scoop it back up. But if it does come out of your piece of bread, don't worry. We are going to wrap this up later, and probably a little bit more is going to come out, but that can be cleaned up at the end.
Don't be afraid of the whipped cream. The whipped cream smells.
It's true. Okay, so we got a nice even layer on. Turn that back to our diamond shape. So the first thing we're going to do is our petals.
And like if at this point you just want to pile some fruit on there and some whipped cream and call it a day, great.
Also good.
Good. Do that. Yeah.
I see someone likes the baby spatula. I know. It's so cute. It's really good. Mm-hmm. So we're going to put our petal down. You're going to want this flat side facing the bread, round side facing up towards you. Mm-hmm. And then we're going to take 2 of our grapes and just right above that. Leave enough space at the top here. I'm going to show you what to do with that later. So that is our first pieces of fruit. And we're going to go back for some more whipped cream. When you're applying it this time, try not to be too aggressive in applying it, or you might move your fruit around. Mm-hmm. So just gently fill in the nooks and crannies with the whipped cream.
Yeah, take a glob, put it down, and then spread it instead of trying to spread a glob on.
Right,
if that makes sense. Glob, then spread, not spread. Anyways, I don't know.
Okay, and I'm just flattening this out. You want to think every layer should be really even. So whatever amount you end up putting on, just scrape it so it's even. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to put a little extra on the end here And you'll see why in the next few steps. So, next part is our stem. You want to look for the bottom part of the other piece of kiwi and line it up so that you have the flat parts evenly in line with each other. Then 2 more pieces of grapes, and they're going to go directly on top of the previous ones. More cream. And once you get to this part, you really want to be gentle with it because now is when it's getting precarious. And I think it was really funny the first few times we practiced making this sandwich. We were like, oh my god, this is so much whipped cream. And you just kind of have to accept that it is a lot of whipped cream, and that's a good problem to have.
It's just like a tomb of whipped cream.
Seriously.
It's a catacomb of grapes and kiwi. It's a cream catacomb. A creamacomb.
A creamacomb. Okay, so once you get to that part, let's get this end off here.
Can I put it back on our faces so people want to keep looking at us?
Oh, so I'm going to see, so you can see your grape pieces here. So you have these 4 stacked up on top of each other. You want your 5th piece of grape. Yeah, you want it to be.
We're trying to show you like a cross section
here. There it is. There it is. You want this in between your 2 layers of grapes. So it's floating on top. That's why we put the bit of whipped cream down here to give it a little bit of pillow. So you basically have your 2 grapes, and then the 1 grape right smack above them in the center.
Mm-hmm.
Just that back.
2 grapes.
And then
1 more grape here.
The last part.
That's not a good.
our kiwi, our little petal. So this is going to go round side down. At this point, what I like to do is, again, line it up and then just pat it a little bit to kind of make it in line more or less as close as you can with the height there.
There you go.
And then again, more whipped cream.
My mouth is watering. I just had pizza though. Gotta wait for dessert. Yeah, we have one in the fridge that's already done that we can cut for you guys because this needs to firm up in the fridge for about half an hour, and we don't have half an hour, so now we have 2 fruit sandwiches.
Just a great problem
that's
to have.
Going to be our afternoon snack. Well, maybe we'll have it at the tea party. Decided yet.
And then with that little grape at the top, just make sure to give it cream to support it and basically hold it into place there. Now that you've got that layered on, honestly, it really is a tube. Take the rest of your whipped cream and just apply it and thoroughly encase your fruit. Don't forget the bottom either. Make sure the whole thing has got plenty of cream. This is like the 4th one we've made, and the first few times I did not understand the geometry of how this came together, but I feel like I'm very zen with the fruit now. Now I know what it wants from me.
Took some brain power to really figure out how it all works. Yeah, so here's our creamacomb.
So you've got it all wrapped up like this. Now you want to start applying cream so you can actually have a square sandwich, basically.
Yeah.
So all the extra cream you have, you're going to start patting out those side parts. If you want even more fruit in your sandwich, you can take some of those extra bits, chop them up, and fill them in the gaps here. Mm-hmm. But that does make them a little, does make it a little bit easier for the cream to move around and shift out of place. Mm-hmm. So we're just going to keep it simple with just cream, but for those who want more fruit, there's a way.
Confused on how it all comes together. This is the big grand step. Yeah, and like we said, there are step-by-step instructions. Also, if you still are struggling, feel free to message us on our Instagram or on Discord, and we can answer any questions.
Indeed. Like I said, it took me a few times.
Yeah.
Putting this together, like, how does this work?
I think this is our 4th sandwich.
This is the 4th one, and this is how I finally feel like I get it.
But see, no matter how many times you make it, it still tastes good.
Yeah, that's right.
So
that's right.
And it doesn't take that long to come together, so it's not like you're waiting 2 hours for like a pie or you know. So
okay. So now I've got it more or less, all around encased here. Mm-hmm. I'll look at my dear if you would hand me the top piece of bread. So at this point, you're going to put your top piece of bread on and gently pat it down. There. Yeah, that out here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to even out the sides. So if at any point you had cream coming off your sides, do not worry about it because we are going to smooth it out now. So just taking the spatula and gently scraping up. Don't worry if your grapes or your kiwis peek out a little bit. You're not going to see it when you cut it anyways. And we're mostly just trying to fill in the corners and straighten out the sides here. Okay. Well, it looks pretty good, but I think I see a few corners where there's hold on, a little bit of a gap there, so I'm going to fill that in. Oh, that's great. Yeah, whoever came up with this idea, whoever was like, you know what, this bread is so white and fluffy, it's basically cake. Let's just whack a bunch of whipped cream and fruit on it. That was truly a brave and brilliant.
I mean, it's like essentially a simplified version of like most Japanese cakes, which are just like chiffon cake, whipped cream and fruit. Instead of that, you just have white bread, which in Japan is so white, like you said, it's basically
cake.
So,
okay, so you have your sandwich. The important thing now is to actually look for your fruit and remember where the fruit is lined up. We're going to plastic wrap this and put this in the fridge. You want to put it in the fridge for at least an hour. If you want to speed it up, you can put it in the freezer first for like 15 minutes and then do the next 15 minutes in the refrigerator. Or you can get to this point, wrap it up nice and tight, and you can even leave it overnight. But you want to really keep track of where the fruit is because we're going to wrap it and we're going to mark it so that we can cut it later.
Okay, so we're going to get some saran wrap here.
Yeah, let's just let this. Oh, yeah.
No, but this way.
Ah, see.
So I have to move it.
Doing a camera dance here.
Yes. All right. So there's one piece.
Gently get your hands underneath your sandwich and transport. And again, lay it up the way that you're going to slice it. And then this first layer, you can be kind of delicate, but we're going to wrap it twice because you want to wrap it fairly tightly to really help get the whipped cream solidly in place where you want it.
Yeah, so so you want to also wrap it really tight. So when you cut it, the whipped cream can't go anywhere.
It's already set into that structure.
Yes. More piece. You want 3 pieces or just 2?
Nah, 2 is fine.
Okay. There we go.
Thank you. And if when you're wrapping it, you see some of the cream start to push out a little bit, also don't worry about that. You're not going to see it when it's cut. It's not a problem. If anything, it means that you wrapped it tightly enough. So we are going to put this in the fridge. Actually, we're going to look for our fruit. See the grape. Flip it over easier. Smart.
You're going to draw where you're going to cut it.
That's what we're going to come back for this later. But for now, this is going to go in the fridge, and Allegra is going to show you the dragon's egg sandwich. All right.
So, our next sandwich is what I'm lovingly calling a dragon egg sandwich. These are our dragon eggs. I have just harvested them this morning from my dragons that I have in the backyard.
Yeah, you know, your domesticated dragons.
My domesticated dragons. But actually, these are, in fact, like I mentioned earlier, OMG, what's the dragon? Marshall. He's over here. You can't see him, but here, can we do a dog cam?
The dog cam.
Where's the dog?
Marcy, say hi. Yeah, he's just hanging out here, but he's actually secretly a dragon.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Now I just. Oh no! I've flown too close to this one. Okay.
Chickens are modern dinosaurs. Absolutely.
I mean, truly. It's all. Hold on. I've become overzealous with the camera situation. Apologies.
wanted to show you guys the dog. Okay, no panic, no panic. All right, this is fine. Okay, so anyways, these dragon eggs are actually your regular chicken eggs, your regular evolved,
Your regular
dinosaur chicken eggs that I have pickled in beet juice. And if, like I said, you don't like beets, you don't have to do this step.
But it's such a pretty color and it works so well.
Yeah, so essentially this is my pickling mixture that I just pulled the eggs out of a few hours ago. It is a mixture of beet juice from a can, vinegar, a quarter cup vinegar, quarter cup water, and some salt. The original pickled beet egg recipe calls for sugar. We left that out because you don't want a sweet egg salad sandwich. Maybe you do. I don't know your life. Anyways, so this is that. I just plopped the eggs in here. I actually took some of the beet slices to put them on top to make sure the eggs stay submerged fully in
basically just weighting down the eggs.
Weighing down the eggs to keep them fully submerged while they pickle. So here are my eggs. Yeah, egg sauce. All right. So step number 1 is you're going to take your eggs. I'm using 3, and I'm going to just cut them in half, hot dog wise, because we're going to find the best looking egg to make our centerpiece. And you can see how it has a beautiful like pink to white gradient, which I think
it's great.
It's really pretty. I'm going to wipe between each one so we don't get yolk everywhere. This one half. That's pretty good.
People are very pleased with this color.
Oh, good.
And I will say that actually the beet flavor is not very strong from them, especially once you've mixed everything in the salad together.
Yeah. All right. So I'm thinking these are our nicest ones. This is our nicest one. So this will be our centerpiece. We're going to put that off to the side. Back here. And then I'm going to take the rest of our eggs and I'm going to chop these up.
Jamie is enjoying the cutting board. This was a gift from a friend of ours who knew I was having a bit of a rough day one point in time ago, and they just very sweet and bought this cutting board, and it cheers me up every time I look at it.
Yeah,
very sweet friend.
Thanks, Aiden, if you're watching. Okay, so I'm going to dice these up. You can also mash these with the back of a fork, but I find that dicing is going to help the colors really stand out. So we're just going to dice. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm going to do this actually really quickly because I'm going to be here all day. And some people prefer the texture of their egg salads diced. Some people prefer it mashed. So just follow,
whatever works for you.
Follow your heart. I might need a different board to assemble with.
At the end of this, okay.
This is not going to survive.
Do not worry. Let me know, and I will get one for you. We have comments of egg in all capital, appreciation for the egg, and also that folks like the texture somewhere in the middle. Okay. Yeah, you know, if you want, you could mash some of them and chop some of them.
Or you could chop them up, throw it in, and then mash your chopped mixture just a little bit. Olive also works as well.
Yeah, I think the color is just so fun on this. When Allegra was doing the practice run of this and she pulled the eggs out, I was like, whoa. I wasn't expecting the color to be that intense, that vibrant, but it's so pretty.
Yeah, I love egg salad sandwiches. They're probably my favorite kind of sandwich. So I was like, how can I make this more exciting than just eggs?
Right.
And I was like, I know.
Lady Red Fox PhD says, yeah, I have noticed people are really particular about the size of the dicing. I think it's all good, but my sister can't stand it unless it's small cubes. Yeah, you know, people have a lot of texture preferences when it comes to food. I think it's almost as important as the flavor.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the whole eating experience has to work for you. So whatever makes the egg sandwich best for you, please do that.
Yeah, like I like the taste of avocados. I like an avocado. Just the sliminess sometimes is challenging for me. So like a guacamole I can do because it's just the avocado texture and it's been, you know, mashed. But if there's like a piece of avocado like in a
salad where everything else is like crunchy and then I get like soft. It's not as awesome for me. But so, like I said, like we were saying, just make it work for you. All right, so I'm gonna put my chopped dragon's eggs into my bowl. Like so. I will trade you cutting book. Thank you. All right. I don't have time. We got 20 minutes. Okay. So now we have our mixture. I'm going to add some mayonnaise, some dragon's egg mayonnaise. It says 2 tablespoons. Honestly, it's an egg salad sandwich. Follow your heart. And then we're going to just mix that up until everything is nice and combined. Elliot says, I have the egg smoosher that matches a bird of the whisk. It's the best for egg salad and guacamole texture for my taste. Nice. I love those things. Allegra's mom actually has a vintage one. It's like really old school, just like metal wire version. And I saw it and I was like, oh, an heirloom, it's beautiful. It really is the perfect thing. It makes the whole experience so much easier. All right, and we've got pesto sauce here. If you don't like pesto, you can leave it out. If you just like pesto, you can just use pesto and mayo. Or whatever kind of default egg salad situation you like, please do that. This is almost empty, so I'm going to go in here with my dirty spoon just because I'm going to use the last of it. So that is okay. So just going to get in there with that. And I think the pesto is really like the mayo to your taste too, right? Mm-hmm. And this just makes it a little bit more exciting, a little bit different, you know. Not your average egg salad sandwich, if you will. All right, so there's our egg salad. I like to throw in just some garlic powder, just because who doesn't like garlic? Just for some fun. All right, just a sprinkle of that. And then there is our egg salad sandwich. And our egg salad sandwich isn't done yet. It's good. All right. Yeah, the people are appreciating the garlic. Garlic is nearly always good. Yes. All right, so now we're going to assemble. So now you can either cut the crust off of the bread or not. I don't think I'm going to this time, only because we'll lose quite a bit of the shape of the size of the sandwich if we do that. So I'm going to leave it. This is just your average whole wheat seed loaf, whatever bread you want. You could also use chocolate for this. Whatever kind of bread. I just wanted to go with a different bread. Something a little heartier we thought would match. To keep it exciting. So I'm going to take my saved egg half, and we're going to put this down hot dog ways, because at the end we're going to cut it this way so that you'll get a nice like midsection of the egg. You can put it the other way. I just think this way looks, you get the most oomph, the most height this way. All right, so we're going to go this way. Ta-da. Now to that, we're going to add our salad around the egg. This is another encapsulating situation, just like with the cream. Entombing situation. We're just going to try to match the height of the egg with our salad mixture. Yeah. Elliot says that they have pesto they made from their own garden basil. That sounds delicious. Wow. That sounds wonderful. Yeah, and you have mint from your garden too in your salad the other day. That was amazing. Yeah, if you guys didn't catch Elliot's panel last night, they made 2 different pasties. One with a sausage mix, which is delicious, and the other one was a onion, spinach, and walnut. That looks amazing as well. We're hoping to make some of those. So if you did not catch Elliot's panel, please go back. It is on their channel, and I think it's going to be up on Foret as well. Probably the YouTube channel, I would assume. I think so. So please go watch that. It was amazing. Lena says the tomb of the dragon egg sandwich. Exactly. That is great. I love it. That's the exact energy to bring. All right. So here we go. Delicious. Oh, so much better. The first time I made this, I made it with the sugar because I had lost my mind apparently. But it was not great. It was not great. All right. So I'm just putting my other half of bread on top, like so. And we can actually just immediately go and cut this bad boy. Yeah, so let's see it. Let's see. I'm gonna get a serrated knife of any kind, and we're just gonna go for it.
chat is ready for the cut.
Ta-da!
I just love the vibrant contrast of the egg yolk and pink. I think it's so pretty.
Yeah.
It looks so fancy and so complicated, and it's really very straightforward.
Go ahead and plate this guy. Ta-da! There you go, dragon egg sandwich. From our tavern to yours.
Yes. You want to work down the cutting board, and I'll bring out our pre-prepped.
So we've got about 20 minutes left, so yeah, we're gonna. Do you have anything else we want to cover before we cut?
I think maybe after we cut and present, you can ask folks if they have any questions about assembling or anything like that.
We could also do a course breakdown too if we wanted to.
Yeah, the questions.
We're both off here.
So once you have your refrigerated sandwich, you can feel that the cream has more structure to it. So you're going to want to feel for that. If you feel like your cream is still very soft, if it feels like when it was freshly put in, let it sit for longer. You want it to feel a little firm.
We've had this one in here since like this morning, right?
Yeah. So I did this one in advance.
Just a little bit, right?
Okay. And then when you take the plastic wrap off, just remember what direction you're supposed to cut it in. So make sure to line it up in a way that helps you remember.
Encapsulate, yes, two more dragon egg sandwich. Magic, thank you. They're finished with both sandwiches, and I just put my fruit stand in the fridge. Awesome. If you take any
so
photos,
this is going along. Yeah, please
we
share.
we would love to see them. You can post them in the snack chat on the Discord, or you can tag us at Untitled Treats on Instagram. We'll see them there as well. Or tag Rose Foret. We'll see those also. Tag everything. Share pics tomorrow. Yay! Want to see pics.
Okay. So as with before, just carefully lift and remove the plastic.
Yours expectation, mine. Yeah, like, no. Listen, we practiced this. Ori practiced this like 4 times.
Oh yeah.
So.
Oh yeah. Like I said, it took a while.
Yeah.
All right.
We ready for the moment of truth? Let me get your plate ready. Here we go.
Ta-da! Let's deliver the goods.
Da-da-da-da. Oh, did you put it the wrong
I
way?
did it the wrong way.
No!
Oh no! Oh my. Well, this folks is why you want to pay attention to which way you're cutting. Well, let's see if this is we can still
We can get
do
more
some
whipped
here.
cream and then hear them together. It'll be fine.
Oh no!
Did you draw the mark on that?
Oh, maybe I moved it in a different way. But let's see.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Ta-da!
We did it. It's okay.
And projection and piece of paper towel.
Yes. No, we'll be fine.
Do this. So one way to make your fruit stand out better too is just to wipe off any cream that is moved. Also, the longer your fruits sit, the longer you're going to, the more juice you're going to have from your grapes, basically. But yeah, there we go. We've got our little petals from the kiwi, and we've got our grapes at the top. Saved it despite the wrong cut. Here, I'm going to put this down. Does it have enough structure? Yes.
You heard that god-awful
was our
noise.
dog.
That was our dragon.
That was our dragon. Yes, our dragon.
Oh yeah, they look perfect. They look great.
Here, I'm going to get this out of the way. You want to show the folks the sandwich?
Here they are. They look wonderful. But now you can share with a friend. See, it's great. That never happened. You never saw us cut it wrong. It didn't happen.
Surely Mercury is in retrograde. Mercury's out here having the time for everybody.
Mercury's out here out for everybody. So here's our. You want to do doctoring?
Any doctoring? No, I think they're good. Yeah, so just like I said before, you can tap off any extra cream if you want your.
If you're trying to make them
more
photo ready, go ahead and do that. Also get my sandwich in the shot so we can view them both together. All right, and there you have it, our floral fruit sandwich. And our dragon egg sandwich.
Yes, ready for the hungry traveler.
Ready for the hungry traveler. Perfect to put in your little bindle and take with you while you go to, I don't know, slay or domesticate dragons for your own use.
Whatever your particular quest is. Jamie says this is perfect for a pair of friends where one hates grapes and the other hates kiwis. Yeah, you know, we're just really thinking in advance. That's totally it. Yeah.
See, there's a couple wrong. Oh yeah, we cut it on the wrong bias, but you didn't see it. Didn't happen. How much HP do you get from each sandwich? This one, you breathe fire for 1 minute, and this one, you become 10% more gay.
Nice, nice. A good stat. A good stat. The stat that matters the most.
10% more, yeah. So you become 100%, 110% gay.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Your what's the word? Persuasion stat
Your
goes
persuasion.
up. Your limp wrist stat goes
Oh
up.
my god.
But you can't use the sword very well if you do that because there's
The
no
trade-offs.
power in the wrist. Anyways.
If you have any questions,
Sorry,
please,
cracking myself up.
please let us know.
We got 15 about more minutes left, so please ask us any questions. We can also, why don't we do a cord breakdown? What are you wearing?
Oh yes, let's see. For the fantasy theme this time, I busted out a nice flower crown, and I have this really fun overskirt situation I got from a Chinese brand, and I'm finally wearing. Was very happy to grab. Let's see if we can show the print. Moss Badger's grave rubbing print. I really love this, so I'm excited to have busted it out.
Mm-hmm. And I'm wearing brand of Moonlit Serenade, or is that the print? This is a random Taobao brand. I saw it on Leo Wardrobe, and I got it. It's a skirt and bodice
Situation
set. Like I said, we heard you guys wanted underwear at Optics Week's panel yesterday, so we're here to deliver the underwear. I don't know, would you call this Aero classic? I don't even think it's Aero. There's no skin happening.
There's no skin happening.
Anyways, and I've got a vintage negligee underneath, courtesy of a friend of ours. Thank you very much, Toby. And then the headband is from Baby, the Starshine Bright. And I just added these little bows to bring in more of the pink and earrings. Whatever. Yeah, so that's the cords.
Oh yes, we do also want to call out the charity. The charity is still going. It's really important. It helps fund abortions. Please take a look at it. It's really important work, and we're really, really happy that that's the charity for this.
Yeah, so please,
this event.
Please join the charity drawing that supports the abortion rights and abortion funding for women and female-bodied people all across the United States. Very, very important. Like, if we don't put our foot down and just tell people that we want those rights, they're just going to keep chipping away at them. So get angry, donate money, go outside, yell at a white guy, do it. I don't know. That's my secret cat. I'm always saying, that's right. See? Make two kids uncomfortable at the holiday concert. That's right. That is right. Yeah, because I've heard some people say, well, we're in California. Like, I know you guys are in Colorado, but we're in California. Like, I've heard people say, we're in California, like, we're fine. I'm like, you're saying that now.
But, you know, just think there's a lot of people out there in different situations. You know.
You're befriending my husband. Yeah, exactly. At the Halsey concert, I wonder? No, kidding. Yeah, any other questions? We got 10 minutes left.
Yeah, we finished a little earlier
I
than
know
we thought,
we
but
did.
we hope that you guys enjoyed the sandwiches, and then really looking forward to anyone who made them.
Yeah, we can
Very happy.
go back to just us. Well, we can keep the sandwiches.
How did we get the idea for the floral fruit design? Actually, you know, this one came from YouTube. There was a YouTube recommendation that had like a video of like 5 different patterns for the fruit sandwiches.
This person had put a whole tangerine inside one of his sandwiches.
I know, it's kind of wild. And I had seen them several times from that video. But the recommendation kept coming up in my YouTube. And then when the fantasy theme came up, I was like, oh, maybe it's time. Maybe it's time to do it. Yeah. But how'd you come up with the beet one? We did the fruit sandwich, and then we wanted to do a companion sandwich.
So this style of, actually, now I thought I just moved the camera back. So this style of egg salad sandwich, you actually do see it in Konbini's, but it's a regular egg. And I had seen beet pickled eggs before. Don't know where, but I had seen them. So I was like, what if we combine them? And I've never seen anyone do this kind of thing before because I'm a genius. So I went for it, and it looks great.
Yeah, very pleased with how this turned out. Definitely like that this is something different to our usual baking. And also, they're both really delicious, so we have had quite a good time tasting all these sample variations we made.
Yes. Yeah, like I said, the first time I made this, if you look up a regular pickled beet egg recipe, it has sugar in it.
Don't do it.
I don't
Do
know.
it. Spare yourself.
Why is that like a
Midwestern
thing that they put a lot of sugar in their pickled things? Maybe it's just to help with the preservation of it, maybe? Helps it stay fresh, maybe, with the sugar?
I'm not sure, but it's definitely more
Keep
on the
longer.
saver side without the sugar.
I wonder, but I made it once with the sugar in it, and I was like, I've made a horrible mistake. For some reason, I had thought in my brain that the sugar would help offset some of the beet
Beet flavor, you know.
The beet flavor, because I like beets that are fresh, but sometimes like canned beets can have sometimes in the brands can have a bit more earthy taste to them, which some people don't always like. I'm certainly not the biggest fan. I think in this incorporation it's good because you have all the different sauces going on. Like I said, made it with the sugar, was awful. So don't do that. Follow our recipe. Don't just Google beet eggs don't put sugar in them. Unless you want sugar, I don't know. I'm not your mom, but you guys really are Jesus. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we had a lot of fun with it, and like we said before, we've really been enjoying all the different fantasy-themed panels, and everyone's been so creative. It's been a really good time.
Yeah, and we're hoping to do another panel at Grammary, Grammari, which is again through the area, right? So we're hoping to do another panel then. So we would love it if you would join us as well. We're probably going to do cookies. Again, trying to do more entry-level stuff. So we're going to show you 2 different kinds of cookies.
That's the plan.
That's the plan, at least.
People are excited for spooky treats.
Yes. As Jamie said, Grammary will be hosted by Barricade and will be happening on November 5th. So it'll be one day only, which is good because I know those guys have been working really, really hard.
Yeah, so one day event
I think is a little bit less stressful for them to put on, so that's good. So, yeah. Same thing to do for Grammary. Yeah.
Whatever you do, I'm sure it's going to be very tasty, Elia.
Yeah.
We always look forward to your stuff.
I'm thinking what would be good. Well, we're doing cookies, so I mean, if you want someone to go for cookies, no pressure. But yeah. I've always tried to find like a pumpkin soup I like.
Pumpkin soup is so good.
It's good. Maybe a pumpkin soup. I've always wanted to do like a pumpkin soup, and then you hollow out the pumpkin and put the soup in the pumpkin to serve it.
That's cute.
I'm not telling you how to do your job, Elia, but like there's an idea for you. Bread bowl, but pumpkin. Exactly, a pumpkin bowl. Exactly. I love pumpkin. Me too. Yeah, but I don't like it to be super sweet.
Yeah. Same thing with the beet situation.
I like to still taste like pumpkin, but
that's natural sweetness in the food itself.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. Pumpkin doesn't really taste like that much.
No.
So it's going to take on whatever you put in it. Yeah. Let's see.
So there were also other variations of the fruit sandwich.
Oh yeah,
if you
sorry,
just look up,
jumped in when you were
floral.
My bad.
If you just look up, like just Google or search for floral fruit sandwiches, you can look up all sorts of different patterns too. I thought the grapes were really fun, and I thought with the fun long grapes that had that fantasy feeling. But there's really cute ones with strawberries, like cool tangerines, like Allegra was saying. So if there's different fruits that you like, there's different ones out there. You can play with it.
They have one that's strawberries that are cut to look like tulips, which is
really
cute. Yeah. We were thinking about doing that one, but strawberries are kind of out of season now, so we figured we would work with what's available. Yeah, the tangerine one sounds interesting, right? It's like a cross section of the tangerine, and then that's like flower. The petals of the flower. Mm-hmm. It's very cool.
I don't think that we have anything else to share unless you guys have any questions.
Yeah, unless you have any questions.
But again, thank you for joining us, and it was super, super fun. Strawberry banana.
Oh, there you go.
There's an idea.
Yeah, we were thinking of banana, but we thought it would be too close in color to the whipped cream and wouldn't
maybe not contrasty enough.
Well, probably not good for on camera, but obviously would taste amazing.
But again, maybe you can fill in like some of the back part with banana. You know, to hide them in there for you to enjoy later.
Yeah. Thank you, Joy. Oh, thank you. And thank you again for hosting us again and hosting all of these panels and all your hard work.
It's
And always inviting us back. We love to do these. They are a bit of work, but it's work that we're like, yes, we're gonna be excited about.
Yeah.
We're excited about, and that makes us like, really feel really excited. Like Oriana works in the baking industry, so they don't get a lot of time to like bake for fun.
This is a great change of pace, a great way to keep creative and fun with things.
It's a really good way, to just keep your creativity and excitement about what you do every day for your job more alive. So we really love it.
It's thank you so much. It's so nice of you.
Thank you. Yeah. So we end it here. I think we'll end it here. So thank you so much for watching. It'll be up on the Rosy Foret Twitch and on the YouTube. So if you didn't catch us now,
you can find it later. And again, you can look for that photo guide.
Bye.